Hello guys, welcome. Welcome all of you once again to Marsego Empire. This is an empire that will inspire you. This is the empire that will give you opportunities to be able to study outside, to be able to work outside. This is the empire where we'll share real life situations with you so that those of you who are at the back will not fall into the pit. As they say, when a frog in the front falls into a pit, others behind, they take caution. So I just share some experiences with you that will help you to be able to take caution. Take caution in what you do. Now, today we're going to have a very interesting discussion on so many things. But before I set the ball rolling, there is a particular question I've been asking myself, and this question really drives me crazy. These questions are one of the things that always keeps me on my toe, because once I remember these questions, I know that there is something I have to do. Then I know that, no, I am not yet there. The first question, these are rhetorical questions. Think about it. The first question is that, what will you do if you lose your job today? What will you do if you lose your job today? Will you be able to look after yourself for 2 months? Will you be able to look or take care of your family for 5 months, 6 months, 1 year? Try answering that question. Question number 2. What will your family do? Or how will your family bury you if you die today? Do you have money that your family can at least use to bury you? Because funerals that we go and we claim, Charlie, people come to the funeral. The funeral was awesome. These are people who have been able to leave some money behind. They use their monies to bury them. Do you also have any money that your family can use to bury you? Question number 3. Should you die today, how will your kids be able to survive? Will your kids survive on their own, or there is some form of support, there is some form of money that you're going to leave behind for your family or for your wife or your husband to use to take care of your kids? Another one, what will you do should you have an accident today and you become amputated? Should you have an accident today and you paralyze, that you'll not be able to work again? How will you survive? Where would they be getting money to look after you? These are questions that I want you to answer them. These are rhetorical questions. Answer them. Now, if you are somebody who clearly knows that the questions I have asked you, you do not have a proper answer to these questions, please have a seat. Let's have a discussion. Maybe what I'm going to share is something that will give you the awareness to be able to try doing something better that can move you to the next ladder. Based on the statistics I have on this page, majority of us are between the ages of 20 to 43. And this age bracket is the year group where we actually need to begin structuring our life. Is the age bracket where we need to start working things out, because this age bracket is so important. Once you miss it, your life will become miserable. This is the stage where we need to develop ourselves. This is the stage where we need to take our financial education so seriously. This is the stage where we need to actually plan for our future. Once you miss it, you cross 45 to 50. If you do not know, frustration will set in. You see that? Let's get it going. Now, day in, day out, I receive a lot of emails from followers on the page. I receive a lot of calls. I receive a lot of WhatsApp messages from followers on the page. Some telling me that, oh, Marsego, I'm not interested in education. I just want to come and work in Canada. I want to go and work in Europe. I want to go and work in US, Germany, where? So just give us links to be able to apply for jobs. And mostly I laugh But sometimes I'm pushed to the wall to ask these followers questions. The question that I normally ask some of the followers is that, do you have the skills that the companies outside are looking for? Do you have the skills that companies outside are looking for in their employees? Are you somebody who can solve problems? Can you solve problems for companies? Can you solve problems for organizations? Do you have that problem-solving skills? Are you somebody who can develop policies for companies to base their decisions on? Are you somebody who can drive organizational growth? Can you come and lead the company to be able to develop? Do you have the proper educational credentials that these organizations want? Because the reality is that there are many of us whose education seems to have a mismatch. Our education actually have a mismatch between there is a mismatch between our education and the requirement that these industries actually want. You see that? There is a mismatch, because if you are a teacher, let me even cite teachers as an example because I'm a teacher. This is a teacher who actually completed a college of education for 3 years, then did a sandwich program or a distance program for 2 or 3 years. Then after that, you did a master's in education for 1 year. See? Or this is a teacher who completes college of education and from there has gone to do his 4-year degree program. Now, considering all the countries in the world that focuses much on education, considering all the countries in the world that consider education to be a relevant tool for the country's development, do you have the expertise that maybe the employers in these countries actually need to recruit foreign teachers? Do you have it? Do you have the expertise? Even if you have, do you meet all the requirements? How are you going to transfer the knowledge that you have acquired from being a teacher to going to work in another company? Do you have the skills? No. So that mismatch is actually there. This is somebody who completes senior high school, completed senior high school, you do not want to further your education. So which company is actually going to employ you to come and work for them? Even if companies are actually interested in employing people to come and work on the farm, no company will be willing to sponsor you from Ghana to just travel from Ghana to come and work here, because that transition is quite involving. That transition is capital intensive on the companies. You see? So instead of employing somebody from Ghana to come and work here, they can actually get somebody who is already in the country to be able to help them. You see, these are the reality. These are the reality on the ground. So it means that we actually need to up our games. Let me ask you this question. Perhaps I'm not on top of issues. Have you ever heard that the Bank of Ghana has actually declared a vacancy for job positions before? Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard that the Ghana commercial banks, all the banks in Ghana, ADB, GCB, Fidelity, Societe Generale, ABSA, you can name the car bank. Have you ever heard that any of these banks has actually declared a vacancy? Even if they did, which type of people do they employ? These are people who have connections with the top men. But this is the situation in other countries seems to be different. Even if I'm on an interview panel for a particular company and you have any form of relationship with me, there is nothing I can do, because the companies will actually want to employ people who merit or who meet the requirement they are expecting. These are companies who doesn't want to do anything in terms of familiarity, giving jobs to people based on friendship, based on connection or what. they try to play or give a level playing ground to everybody. So if this is the situation out there, what is preventing you from just building upon some of these steps? What is preventing you from building upon some of these things to be able to travel to these countries? You are somebody who is not even proud of your educational credentials. Where you are, the one looking at me, are you proud of your educational credentials? All the schools you have attended, will you be bold enough to tell your kids that, hey, do you know the schools I've attended? Have you seen what I've been able to achieve academically? Will you be able to use your educational credentials to motivate your kids? If you are a teacher or whatsoever you are, will you be able to do that? That tells you that no, you can never be proud of your education. There is always a room for improvement. So you need to improve. You must improve. I was telling somebody, just Google and check all millionaires in Ghana. Can you mention one of these millionaires who has nothing to do with traveling outside to make money, traveling outside to work? Maybe millionaires in Nigeria. Do you know many of these millionaires, they travel outside? Some of them travel outside to work, make money and go back. Because if you should travel outside, make money and go back to Ghana, it's so easy to build upon it, build upon the money you have had. Even if you are into business, it's so easy to build upon it to make a lot of money. But do you know that it's really difficult for somebody to start from a scratch in Ghana and make it big? If you truly think about some of these things, you would have risen up. You would have risen up to quickly consider ways of moving out of your country if you are not doing well. Many of these people that are given these top positions, they are people who have actually attended one school or the other outside. Because just imagine you are sending your resume to one company in Ghana and the highest qualification you have attained is bachelor's of something or master's in something from University of Toronto, University of Saskatchewan, University of Manitoba, or university in US, university in Germany, university in UK, Netherlands. Do you know the magic the name of that university will even do to you? Do you know that will create a whole lot of opportunity for you? It will place you above many employees. There is a friend who actually did a master's in one of the top countries in the world. Once she returned to Ghana, it took her less than 2 months to get a good job. A good job. Good job. I mean, if I tell you the company she works for, it will marvel you. If I tell you the amount of money they pay her per a month, Charlie, you'll be surprised. Yes, it's not because she's the best among those who have applied. No, it's because they have seen the name of the university on her CV. That has a whole lot of magic. So when you are there, people are telling you, you don't need education to do well. You don't need education to do this, and you are following them. My sister or my brother. See, you are actually going to follow people blindly and get into the ditch. You need to develop yourself. You need to add a whole lot of things to yourself to be better. Have you seen the way African leaders are maltreating us? The economic hardship. See that? It's because they know a lot of us will not have the opportunity to come and serve there. It's only somebody who has been a president in years' time, the son of or daughter of that person will surely become a president. In years' time, the grandchild of that person becomes a president. We are just being ruled by people who find themselves in that top position. You see? Now, that notwithstanding, let's even talk about the economic challenges in our countries. I always use teachers as an example because I know much about teachers. You are a teacher whose salary is maybe 4,000 Ghana cedis per month. 4,000 Ghana cedis. They take the deductions and all those things on from your salary. then even you are taking 2,500. You have kids. You have 3 kids. With your wife and yourself, you are 5. Will you be able to do something significant for yourself? Even if you are planning to change your way because where you find yourself is not good, it will be so difficult for you to change your work just because you need enough money to be able to move to the next ladder. So a lot of you on this platform actually want to travel outside. You are actually planning to change your position, your current job, but you are finding it very, very difficult just because you do not have the financial capacity. You don't have money. Because to be able to relocate from Ghana to any country in the world, it's capital intensive. It's capital intensive. To even talk about getting your visa, there are a lot of you over here who doesn't even have a passport just because you don't have money to even do it. So people who find themselves in certain positions, in certain professions, in certain works, are finding it so difficult for them to change just because they do not have enough money. They do not have enough money. You are a teacher. This is one key thing. You are a teacher. I do not know, assuming this month they're going to give you some form of salary increment. Do you know what we'll be doing? These SHS graduates who works with these financial companies, let me not even talk about that one. Let me talk about these SHS students who work with these insurance companies will be going around all the schools very soon, convincing teachers to enroll on insurance policies. Yeah, we have insurance policy. We have educational policy. Don't you have a child? Do educational policy for your child. Oh, do you know now there is a lot of uncertainty in the country? Do you know we have some good funeral policy? Enroll on this funeral policy. When your mother dies, we'll pay you 20,000. If your father dies, we'll pay you 30,000. You are the principal. If you die, we'll pay you 50,000. You're going to enroll on this policy. Today we will enroll on another, we enroll on another, thinking that when our father dies, we're actually going to make money. Thinking that when my daughter or son is going to senior high school or completed senior high school, going to university, I'm going to make money. This is pure lack of proper education or proper knowledge, because we lack the wisdom to make the right information. You are somebody who is watching me now. Your daughter is in primary 1, 2, 3 in a school where you knew very well that they are not teaching them very well. But you are there as a teacher who is a graduate. You've already done educational policy for that particular child in that school, where the future of that child is not even known, where the success rate of that child is not even known, where you do not even know if that child will be able to grab the basic knowledge to be able to build upon it to become a relevant person, to be able to pass West African Senior High School certificate, to be able to be admitted to a university. You have enrolled him or her on that policy. Instead of the money that you are contributing to that particular insurance company, use that money and enroll your son or daughter into a good school so that you'll be able to build a solid foundation for that child. Does it make any sense to you that when they are deducting 100 cedis or 200 cedis as insurance policy, at the end of the day, your son may not even pass the WASI exam to be able to go to university? That particular child will write a lot of NOVDEX. Finally, you may enroll him or her into a profession. If you know you truly want your son to do well, that insurance policy you're going to enroll him or her on, use that money to enroll your son in a good school. If it's a private school, enroll him or her into a good private school. Give him or her a proper education so that that child will be able to discover him or herself. That child will be able to discover his or her purpose. That child will be able to maybe climb the academic ladder as you expected. If you want him to become a medical doctor, he needs a solid background in maths, English, and science. If you want him to become an engineer, he needs maths, English, science, and with other technical backgrounds. Don't go waste money on insurance policy. Your mom or dad is there. At the end of every month, you are unable to even send them 100 cedis, 200 cedis for them to live on. But you have enrolled them on this funeral policy, thinking that when they die, you'll be able to get money to give them a befitting burial. Oh, my sister. Why would you do this to yourself? Do you even know that perhaps you're going to die before your mom or dad will die? Do you know? So why can't you channel that money into something that will be able to sustain your future? That will be able to give you some profit to be sending to your parents every month. I have enrolled on one funeral policy, if Abajivo Dominic is watching. When we were in Akachi College of Education in 2011, I enrolled on one funeral educational policy with Ghana Life. Those days I was paying 100 Ghana cedis. The policy was actually going to last for 6 good years. When we completed college and the reality of life began to dawn on me, when I calculated the total amount of money I'm going to contribute for 6 good years, the interest that will accrue on this investment or whatsoever it may be was even less than 1,000 for 6 good years. That day, I told myself, this is a stupid decision I have taken. I terminated that policy the following month. If you truly sit down and analyze the impact of these insurance policies on ourselves, you realize that we are making a lot of unwise decisions. Enroll your son into a proper school. Enroll your daughter into a proper school. And try to navigate through and see what best you'll be able to do. You see, the monies you are using for this insurance and this funeral policy, you know you can actually save this money and give yourself a better job. Just imagine you are saving that money. You've been able to apply to one university in Canada. You've been given admission. You go through the processes. You've gotten your visa and you leave. You are starting a new life in Canada. By God's grace, you've graduated. You've gotten a good job. What sort of funeral can't you organize for your mother? What sort of funeral can't you organize for your dad? What sort of future can't you give to your children? Tell me, is there any future you can't give them? There is almost everything you can do for them. But we'll be there. We will be there. We will associate ourselves with people who have the same mentality with us. They give us all sorts of advice because we are still in the darkness. We will not associate ourselves with people who will give us good ideas. We will not associate ourselves with people who have important information that we need to be able to attain our destiny. And do you know the worst one? This is the worst one. I've been there. I'm telling you things that goes on. Most public sector workers in Ghana, their downfall is loan. You are a teacher. And most of us, especially in January, when salaries are increased, this is the time we make a lot of unwise decisions. We take irresponsible loans. January, when they increase salary, January, by January ending they pay. We've seen the increment in our salary. By February, we have started running helter-skelter, taking loans, going for loans, taking new loans. We take some of these loans with the intention of continuing our building, with the intention of buying motorcycles. We take these loans with the intention of setting our business. Oh, setting up a business with loan is not bad. But what measures are you putting in place? You have started work. As I have put in one of my theses, I've started work. They paid me. The first month they paid me. The second, the third month, I've thought of taking loan to set up a business. If you are going to take a loan to set up a business, you should be able to ask yourself, the loan I'm going to take, the business I'm going to take, the monthly salary I'll be receiving, is it enough for me to be living on? If after taking the loan to set up the business, the monthly salary you're going to take, if it will not be enough for you to live on, it means that business will collapse, because the business will not be sustained, but you will still be taking monies from the business. So that money you'll be taking from the business will not be the profit. You'll be taking the capital and the small profit that will be coming. Before you realize, the business will collapse. You're going to take loan to buy a car. Perhaps you may buy the car and be driving, or you give it to somebody to drive for you. But your monthly salary will be very minimal. So if they are making the sales from the car business, you'll be living on that money. One day, when the car breaks down, that ends it. Because when the car breaks down, you need to go to people to give you money to be able to repair the car. When the tire even has a problem, when the engine has a problem, you need to go and borrow money. You need to go and take loan to be able to repair that car. That car business will not go anywhere. You have just started work and you're going to take loan to start building. Why would you do such a thing? What profit will you be getting from the building you're putting up? Instead of you to use that money to do something, that money should be generating an interest. Even if you are using the interest in bit to be putting up the house, it makes sense. Go and take 30,000, start building. It will stop. Then you have to wait for another 5 years to take another loan to complete to continue or to complete it. What is the impact? What is the significance of it? Let's think about some of these things, because this time it is either we make it or we break it. If you break at this age bracket, 20 to 40, 45, you get frustrated. If you are somebody who is there, when I see some people's certificates, their transcripts, I become so sad, because we lack the proper guidance. We lack the mentorship. We do not even associate ourselves with people who are doing well for them to advise us. You've completed your senior high school. You've gone to maybe teacher training to do your diploma for 3 years. You've gone to university to go and do your degree for 2 years, or for 3 years, or for 1 year, or the worst one, 5 semesters. Most of us are now doing degree for 5 semesters. Which university in the world, even universities in Togo, will not even admit you to come and do your masters? 5 semesters you are doing degree. 5 semesters. People are even using a whole 4 years to do a degree. Degree that's supposed to be 4 years. All the schools that have been posting on the page, they'll tell you your degree should be 4 years. Then you are going to do your degree for 5 semesters. You go and do some village masters for 1 year. Where would that take you? Where would that take you? Then we do degree for 2 years, or degree for 3 years. We do masters for 1 year. We'll go and do another masters for 1 year. We'll go and do another masters for 1 year. How can you be wasting money like that? You'll be boasting that I have masters, I have this. Ask somebody, the certificate you have, are they reflecting in your pocket? The certificate you have, are they reflecting in the monthly salary you are earning? If you are somebody who wants to attend school, you should be able to attend school to be able to lay some solid foundation, so that once the opportunity comes, you'll be able to make good use of it. A lot of us will take loans to go to school. When you have admission, the first admission fee you need to pay. Maybe you're a teacher, you're a nurse, you need to go for a loan to go and pay the admission fee. And the whole duration of that program will be based on what? Loans. How can you become better? How? How can you become better? Tell me. How? You're not going to get better. You're going to remain like that until you retire. And as my landlady always tells me, if you are within this age bracket, this is where you need to make money to save for your future. If not, when you retire, That time, a lot of frustrations will dawn on you. That is when you realize that you need enough money to be able to live on. She enjoys. If you go out right now, she's watching movie on this tablet. 60 something inch television is turned on. You know, even when she's doing this, if you see the way people live here, the enjoyment people are having here, that tells you that they have already planned for their future. I'm only telling you this to plan for your future. Are you aware that our families do no longer help us? If you are there thinking your auntie, your uncle is in America, UK, Canada, where they will come and help you, they won't help you, because they themselves, they are accumulating wealth for themselves, for their future, for their kids. So you need to help yourself. Heaven helps those who help themselves. You must help yourself. Do you know that almost all of us who have completed junior high school, the best one is senior high school? Are you aware that some of our friends, some of our mates are doing well in other sectors? They may be nurse, they may be medical doctor, they may be engineers, they may be working in social district assembly, they may be working in other companies. Did you know that we can actually cross carpet and connect with these people? You are a teacher. All your friends are teachers. How can you become better? You are a teacher. You are struggling in that village, and all your friends are teachers. Oh, eh? How can the blind lead the blind? You are blind. You don't have money, and all your friends are also blind. How are you going to work? You are a teacher. You know you don't have money. You are not doing well, and all your friends are teachers. So who is going to advise you to do something else? Who? Is it that friend who is also struggling, who has that myopic mind, who cannot tell you what to do to be better? Is it that friend who will tell you that you are in the same school, you have friend who will tell you that that person is nobody, don't mind him? That person, Charlie, if you get money, let's do this. If you get money, let's do this. How will that person advise you to be better? If you live among your peers who are not doing well, but they feel that they are doing well, you can't really achieve anything better than those people. So you need to associate with people who find themselves in different professions, so that you find out what exactly they are doing. I was having a discussion with one of my friends last time. They said, Charlie, are you not surprised that Ghana, which is about 60-something years, we are still having people who are specialists? Maybe we are having somebody who is a specialist, maybe who read a medicine in a particular field for the first time in Ghana. He said, do you know that so many people we call in our hospitals doctor? Those people, they are not doctors, they are physician assistants. But we are calling them doctors. Yes, because people wish to become a medical doctor. But no, the families do not have money to send these people to become specialists. So they just go and do the 4 years and they come back. We are calling them doctor. He was telling me a whole lot of things that got me so laughing. Got me, it made me so amusing. I was so surprised. I was amused. I was amazed. Because, Charlie, come on. Ghana? No, because people do not have money. Parents do not have money to send their wards to schools that can actually prepare their kids to become specialists. No. So a lot of us who are teachers now, not because we truly want to be a teacher, but because our parents don't have money because of poor financial financial background. Our parents who don't have money, and the only option they have is to send us to teacher training. The only option they have is to send us to the nursing training. The only option they have is to send us to agri college in Ohavu, where we know that in Ghana, nobody truly cares about agri. Agri is supposed to be one of the sectors that we need to pump a lot of money to and develop it. People go to agri college and come back to do what? Just because there are no jobs, just because there are limited opportunities. Hey, my guy, My guy, look into your family. See, look into your family. For me, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm coming from a good family. Me, I tell you every day, from a very poor family. Look into your family. Check how your grandfather was. Your grandfather. Check how your father is now, or how your father was. Check your elder sibling. Check all your siblings and see. That will give you a clue, an overview as to how your future is going to end from now. I'm being sincere with you. I'm being sincere. Those days I was attending senior high school. I know how my dad used to struggle to pay my fees. I know. My father was a palm wine tapper. He was just a farmer. My mom is a farmer. They do some petty trading. Those village cottage trading. That is what she does. So I know how she's going to end up. I know. Nobody needs to tell me. Because I know they don't have money. I know how my siblings are. All of them were struggling to be able to get this in their daily bread. So I know when I completed junior high school, one of my brothers straightly told my parents to send me to go and learn fitting. But I said no, I wanted to go to school. There was no money. When we had admission to go to Akachi College of Education in 2010, the way my parents struggled to get only 500 Ghana cedis. 500 Ghana cedis to pay my admission fee to go to college. If I tell you, it's a different issue altogether. So for me, I knew that the family is not on any proper grounding. I do not want to end up to. That is why I keep struggling. Look into your family. If you know the family background is not well, then you shouldn't be there playing. You shouldn't be there fooling around. You shouldn't be there chasing ladies. You shouldn't be doing that. You should rather focus your attention on things that you need to do to become better. See, if you are a guy and you've gotten married, you don't have money. See, if you have gotten your first child, the second child, things begin to be very challenging. That is when you see if your wife truly loves you or not. The way she will even talk to you, sometimes you regret. Especially if there is no money for feeding in the home. When issues pop up, you don't have money to be able to, you don't have money to solve problems. You see, you think today you are dating, I love you, I love you, I love you. No. Those ones who doesn't even mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to them. Should you be somebody who will lose your job today? Lose your job today. If you lose your job and you are not getting money, see the way your wife will treat you in the house. If you are young now, you think you are on top of the world. If you grow up, you didn't maybe build any proper future for yourself. If you grow up and you become a jade in the room, the way people will talk to you, when you were working, what have you done? Your mates have made money. What I thought you've worked for so many years, you didn't do anything. You'll be struggling. Why is it that so many people in Ghana, once they retire, a lot of them die? Just because of the way they think. The things are so challenging. Situations are so hard for them. They think, and even thinking alone kills a lot of people. We can't always talk about the problem without getting solutions to them. If this month they're going to put you on a new salary scale, if as of today your net salary is 300 cedis, that is what you take home after all the 1,001 deductions. They've increased salary. So at the end of this month, you'll be taking 500 Ghana cedis. You have a difference of 200 cedis. Don't go and use these 200 cedis to take any loan. begin to save these 200 cedis. Before this year ends, you have 2,400. Within 2 years, you are making about 5,000. If you are able to save this thing for at least 2 years, at least you can use that money to do an investment somewhere. That is what I can tell you. These are my personal experiences I'm sharing with you. I know there is somebody who is watching me who is going through the same problem. There is somebody who just hear this and say, oh, forget this guy. Oh, you forget me. You are going to face it. You will face it. But we shouldn't always, all of us should not become poor. All of us should not become poor. Things that I have gone through, I can just keep quiet, but I say, no, maybe there is somebody who truly needs this information. There is somebody who needs to hear my story to be able to change. If you find out that the information I'm sharing is so important, the information I'm sharing is so engaging, the information I'm sharing somebody truly needs it, why can't you share it? Share the link for people to have access to it. Share it. Drop your comments in the comment section if you disagree with anything that I have said. Drop it in the comment section and let's have a feel of it. Drop it in the comment section so that we have a feel of it, and then let's discuss it and see how best we'll be able to do it. Guys, enjoy the rest of the evening. God be with you. Stay blessed. Things will work. Bye bye.